Why I'm so anxious about the audio today.
Check, check, check. Can you hear me, Paul?
Oh, now
I don't see a live stream. Hold on.
What do you mean you don't see a live stream?
It shows you. It
It
shows.
takes a while to catch up.
Yeah, it shows you as offline right now.
It takes a while. Don't worry.
That's fucked up.
That's all gonna come on. All this stuff we're saying now is gonna come up. By the way.
I hope so.
Duh, duh, duh. And we're live.
Yay! There it
Indeed,
goes. Look, I can see my
Nice.
mic audio levels being way higher already.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know why I
good.
said it
That's
like
very good.
that. Sounds good to me.
Wah, wah, wah.
Do you have to make any adjustments because we're missing Tommy on the Discord thingy-mabobbers?
No, it actually looks pretty good.
Nice.
It looks pretty good.
Oh, what the fuck?
And now the echo starts.
Yeah, now the fun part.
Yeah.
Me. I was just gonna say I didn't hear Ivan and any of that.
I don't think
Because
I
Ivan
even
didn't
talked.
talk. He did not. Ivan, please. Excellent.
Now he's just fucking
Check,
with
check.
us.
Sorry. I had myself deafened so I could hear the stream. Whoa, killer setup, Paul. Hack that motherfucking mainframe.
Wait, what are you talking about? How you see this?
I sent the picture of my setup in the
Do
chat.
the Discord chat.
Oh, I see.
Everyone's volume sounded about the same to me.
Wow. That's a fucking first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn, Paulito. See, that's too many keyboards. I'd be looking at one screen, typing on another keyboard, fucking everything up.
Yeah, I would absolutely do that.
I've done that
100%.
before.
So
I
the
for sure have done that.
the little laptop on the right is my, like, when I say like I have a crappy kind of little tablet thing. It's the Surface Go. It's only running Discord. That's all it's doing. The keyboard on the left and the actual laptop. The laptop's powering the big screen.
Fuck, you got a
Oh, wait,
Vegas Golden Knights thing going on over there.
I mean,
let's do
it's
also
a
on the
Stanley
music-
Cup final koozie that I bought in person there, Jesso.
Okay. Cool.
Let's also do a quick music check so we can make sure that we are good with music. Or did we start the
Sure.
stream already?
I mean, the stream is up right now. We can check it. Bass. Titty bass.
I know, right?
That's what I call it. Titty bass.
Titty bass.
Titty bass.
the bass that makes
I
you
do not hear the
tremble.
music in the stream.
Awesome.
No.
But you hear it here.
That's good.
Yep, it's the opposite of Barks and Bites night.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Only music?
And it's playing. Oh, I see what's going on here. Turn off this block. Here we go. All right, there we go.
Coming through, but kind of quiet.
All right, how about now?
Still super quiet.
Yeah, my audio says it's pretty low.
Sweet.
There it is. Yeah, that looks like it's doing good on my monitors.
So
Yep.
loud.
It's very, very loud in my ears, though.
Yeah, we might just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Our voices come up on the monitors way louder than this is.
Yeah.
I literally can't hear anything besides the music.
Like, on the stream or in the Discord?
In the Discord.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
But the
Well, so
music's
I'm not
for
listening to you guys
us.
through the stream.
Oh yeah, I mean, we need to see what it sounds like through the stream.
I'm gonna refresh my shit.
Yeah, I don't know why it's coming through. It should be coming through at about the same through here that is the stream. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just quiet. Maybe I just need to turn myself up some more. And then maybe you need to turn me down a little bit. Hello, hello.
The volume
Alright.
on the screen is fine. It's just the music is drowning everyone out.
I like how my laptop setup is the what we're streaming.
Do 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 do. How's that?
That's better.
It's beautiful.
Sweet. I'll just turn it up when I do it for the main stream portion, and then I'll turn it off. Hey, special thanks to who was the person who's been streaming this music every day for the last.
Oh.
We haven't figured out.
What was their username?
What's their username?
He didn't tell me.
Oh, I could have swore you said it in the chat.
Yeah, you said it in the chat. I thought.
Oh yeah, you're right. I did.
I've been
didn't
like listening to music with the gaming boys.
yeah. Listening
Yeah,
to music
gaming
whilst
with the boys.
gaming with the boys.
That's what it is. It does sound. Like
It's gotta be
have that.
somebody we know. Whilst gaming with
Tommy.
the boys, it probably is Tommy.
Yeah.
He's like,
There's
oh
no
no,
other nerds on
I
this
didn't
planet.
know that they could tell. I was listening.
Welcome to the pre-show. If anybody's on checking us out, little pre-show. Some news on the Zelda front. I've been able to track down the emulator and the Zelda games for the Philips CDI,
Oh no, monster!
and I think that would be more interesting to play than a lot of the other Zelda games because they are so unknown and so terrible from what I hear. That if I am able to get a working CDI emulator to play, there's actually two I knew about. Only one got released in the US, but another one got released in Europe.
Oh no shit!
For that system.
Oh, I'm just streaming
So we
Paul's
shall
setup
see.
right now.
That's what I commented before. I was like, nice that I'm the background.
Sorry about that.
I think it's great.
Do 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 do. All right.
They can see I got 3 screens. That's how legit I am.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it does say Zelda in the. Thank you.
What's
Thank you. It still says we're streaming Zelda.
Oh yeah. Let's fix that.
Yes.
I got it. I'm on it.
Thank you, sir.
I'm on it. Let's see. It's I think it's under video producer, stream manager, edit stream info.
It always
Is
takes
that
me 10 minutes to find the fucking thing.
Burn.
So guys, please give me a heads up if anything is any background noise. There's definitely gonna be some action behind me at some point.
Some puppy action.
Quite likely. There's already been one kind of jumped into my lap, and I'm like, "Oh, hi, Pepper!" As you like paw me in the balls with 40 pounds of force.
Wah wah wah, Pepper. Wah, wah, wah.
Wah wah wah. Good girl.
Right. She gets the important parts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Missed the not a right before that.
Let's see. I'm adding some tags for us. Multiplayer, technically. Good characters. Hell the fuck yeah. Traditional dance. I mean, that Tommy's not here, so
Yeah.
we don't.
Oh yeah, there won't be the Ronan psychic dance.
That's right.
Maybe I'll
Family
bust out the
friendly
Rocka.
now, man.
Yeah, there was some Rocka.
Indie
Rocka.
music. You know what? Technically indie music, right?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Cash game. You all want to put some money down on this game?
Into the
Prefer not
Patreon.
to.
Let's
Start
see.
betting
Art
on rolls.
conditions, epic level characters, GDC. I don't know what that means. DJ, no. Improv. I mean, yeah, technically, that's most of what I do. These are some weird,
Improv,
weird
definitely.
tags.
Yeah.
There are some
First-
weird ones.
First playthrough, metalwork, education, raid content, unboxing, casual playthrough,
Unboxing.
arena, fantasy sports, VR, basketball, any percentage.
You got tabletop
Uh,
RPG, right?
Yeah, I got that. That's the first one. Ludum Dare. I'm not sure what that is. DreamHack, interviews, pot limit. Oh, that's poker. Never mind.
Girls
no,
eating
you
cereal
do
with an AMR mic. ASMR.
ASMR.
mic.
Hockey.
It's
Engine, R&B, reading aloud. Well, technically.
I keep getting
Hard matter.
up to go watch hockey from like I stand in the the doorway to the living room.
Yeah.
I'm just watching it on my phone right now.
I would pull it up, and
Game at a time, boys.
I'd lose one of my
Never.
screens, and then I'd get all confused.
There's so many damn players sick on the Flyers. There's players playing I've never heard of before.
Yeah, that happened with the Caps too. Oh, I do have one more screen up constantly, guys. I didn't mention I have the Furbo where I'm watching the entire living room to see if the dog starts doing anything.
Nice.
I feel kind of creepy spying on the dog, but
That's your
you know,
job.
Hey, folks, good news to put out there before we get started. We got 40 followers now,
Holy shit.
Whoa!
which is pretty impressive. 40
Wow.
people who felt that they could click on us, which thank you for that. We're 10 minutes into the session, and it's been a pretty good day. You know, it's not a bad time for us. I appreciate everybody who joins us on a weekly basis. Princess
Yeah.
Celine, Plastic Buddha, you all are awesome. And let's see who else we got. Direwolf Stark followed us 20 minutes ago, so shout out to you if you're online.
Oh, yeah.
Brett May also started joining us about 8 hours ago.
Oh, Barrett joined us. Nice.
What did I say? Bray. Barrett May. Thanks, Barrett May. Rulo started joining us 12 hours ago, or 12 days ago, never mind. But you're still important to us.
Mhm.
Portable Let EJ.
Portable
know.
Smoker J.
Portable ETJ.
ETJ.
Sure, we'll just go with that.
Portable electric
Portable.
TJ.
But yeah, super thanks for everybody joining us. We are going to get started here in a couple of minutes. Chance to catch up and, say what's up and do some audio checking. How's our audio sounding out there, everybody?
Can you hear me, Buddha?
Yeah.
On our end, we had probably the most flawless audio check we've ever had, so hopefully it's
true.
translating.
Yeah, we're like actually near. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna jinx it.
don't you jinx us.
Don't
Yay!
you dare.
They
Don't
can
you
hear
put that
us.
evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Review. We got affirmative from Plastic Buddha.
Wow.
Awesome.
Already
We
changing
got
the
this-
game with figuring out that decibels adjustment.
Yeah. It only took us, what, like 4 months, 5 months? And
Yeah.
we finally
Yeah,
got this thing
well.
15
down.
sessions in.
I mean, people go to school for this shit, you know.
That's
That's
true.
true.
We're just people figuring it out on our own.
That's right. We're doing it.
I went to
We're
school to
making
play with
things
poop.
happen.
And
Oh.
you're killing it.
And
you.
the poop you play with is fantastic, really.
Become a biologist, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, I was.
You were just talking about when I play with poop for pleasure.
Well, yeah, I was talking about your hub career. And I thought you were on the hub, and that's what.
Check
the
out-
kids are on Pornhub
Check
now.
out check out Jessa's OnlyFans after this.
Yeah, it's just me pooping. It's just the downward shot of like my boxers, feet,
Oh,
and then
boy.
occasionally a cat comes and tries to lay in my underwear.
I'm trying to think of something that like mixes OnlyFans with some sort of biological terms, like only RNA or something.
Only
That's-
gametes.
He's on the. Check out Jessa on the Only Scat.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, we got OF. Jesse's got BM.
Damn,
Crickets.
I'm uncomfortable.
I know, me too. All right, guys, that's the end of the stream. Thanks for joining us.
Night,
Shitty
everybody.
humor.
Fart jokes.
All right, cool. It is 8:31. I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes. I've noticed a lot of people tune in. Usually around 8:40 is when people start getting onto the stream. So I'm just gonna give it a couple more minutes before we actually get cranking.
That's when we start individually messaging people, saying, "Where the fuck are you?"
That's normally when we finish up our audio checks.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
normally.
I feel like these fucking idiots will be a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna post in my
Hey!
gaming servers and let people know.
What's going on, Peter?
What up? What up?
Thanks for joining in. Here's
Oh, snap.
dab-
P. Austin
here's a dab
D.
for you.
Let's see.
This is not recommended dinner listening.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
At
I'm
least
so
the
sorry,
beginning
Princess
part.
Celine.
At least the beginning. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Whoops.
I've said it before today, and I'll say it again now. I would take the nastiest poop over the not nastiest sputum.
I mean, if I had a
The
dollar
rare
for every time
polished sputum.
Sputum is so nasty. I could
Not wrong.
I could say sputum so nasty all day.
How nasty is it? No,
It's
I'm just
fucking
kidding.
nasty.
Let's see. I like to call ourselves I think Plastic Buddha said this to me last
I
week.
love
She
that.
called us a sci-fi space opera.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
that make us sound like we know what we're doing.
Indeed, right?
I would expect more singing.
Like space opera, like in The Fifth Element.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh,
I'll hit the high notes later when Pepper jumps on me again.
let's see. I am adding people, so at the public relations liaison. All right, cool.
All right. Would you guys
All right.
question to the viewers? Would you guys like us to see us play with webcams?
Yeah, would you all like to see our ugly faces? Sorry, I'll speak for myself. Their ugly faces.
No, you can speak for me too. Oh, that was funny! Wow!
God, fucking Don
Argue
Rickles
with
over
the
here.
joke.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Oh, I'm just a ball of laughs today. No, you all are beautiful.
I think he's gonna TPK us.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'm actually really super duper excited for this, for what's going on this session. I'm gonna give a quick. Go ahead and start off with a quick last time on. Last time on How to Flip a Horse presents Burn Bryte. So after delivering the crew of the Midnight back to the planet. Let me open up my notes. I'm very sorry. It's just closed out.
Whoops.
I thought you said this was an ad lib type show. We just checked that
Oh
out.
yes,
Oh,
I mean
yeah.
yes, haha. All right, so
Just lying to the audience, Ari.
damn it.
Isn't that like our job,
could you?
though?
All right,
sure.
excellent. So basically, you had rescued the crew of the Midnight and take them to Tsela. That's a city that was on the mid-belt moon of Yevlin 3. Once you arrived there, you had gotten news that the materials from the robots who had attacked you has been analyzed. What you have learned from them is that the metal used, some of the components of the metals used, are a rare type of mix, a polymer, or what's it called when two metals mix? A blend.
Alloy.
An alloy, that's right.
Damn,
A
science
very
boy.
rare alloy that was kind of used in the MI times and is kind of used to be used a lot on a particular planet. Which was Yalbus and particularly Yalbus 4, the moon, that used to have mining operations that used to provide this metal to a lot of different units. However, that metal doesn't get used much anymore, and it is very rare to find it anywhere. So if it was sold or if it was used, chances are that it came from this area. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, this area has kind of been converted into a resort of sorts because the burn has taken so many of the planets and so many of the vacation spots away This has kind of become the de facto Cancun, if you will, while everybody else burns and they don't have power on the power grid. They're on vacation in Cancun. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. Yes.
Topical.
Yes. So basically, this is what it is. It's a very tough planet to get into. So you were informed that you're going to probably either need to try and sneak in, kind of under the radar, or come in with another pretense, or you're going to have to get information from another or get requests from an overguild boss to get clearance to go to this planet, to go specifically to
Proud. We're sitting at the DFS right now.
Port. Erva Port is mostly populated by overguild bosses and their families looking to enjoy a quiet life between frequent business trips. So that is pretty much where we were when we left off. You were having a discussion on the planet. You were having a briefing within here when you learned about, Tommy's not going to be here for this session, so Tommy is going to kind of be sidelined. We're going to have him hanging out with on base with the gentleman that the 100,000 bunch of bugs that he met that goes by the name of Elfron. Elfron is very excited to be hanging out, but we will continue with that story as Shen will be staying back at the base to kind of discuss the future of his species. So that's him. See, he's kind of in there. He's hanging out. They're having a little discussion. As we return to, of course, the people who are here. Sorry, Shen. Just if you could just step aside for a little bit. We'll be back with you next week, I promise. So what's going on? Welcome to How to Kickflip a Horse. I am Arius. I am your DM for this evening. With us, as always, we have Ivan.
Yo, what's up? It's Ivan. I'm playing Oravona, the Eno journalist.
Next up, we have with us the one and only Paul.
And I'm playing Prisoner, a shape-shifting plastic being from who's on the run from some bad stuff on his homeworld.
And everybody's favorite rock that isn't the rock, we've got Jesse.
Hey, I'm Jesse. I play Horst Octothorpe, the lean, mean, shooting blue rock machine.
And this is How to Kickflip a Horse presents Burn Bryte. Oh no, don't play again.
Do it
Come on,
again.
no sooner
Encore.
play twice.
Encore.
That's what happens when you have loop turned on, folks.
Ivan
what's
rolled. We
going on,
played
everybody?
52 more times in a row.
That's all the
Right,
stream's
so-
gonna be. It's just that song.
So you guys are located here. Hopefully the map tracked with you. One of the moons of Yevlin. The planet, on the moon, Yevlin 3. Yevlin 3 has a city on it that's called Tsela, Tsela. Tsela is an abandoned mine. This used to be a plasma mining facility. Now it has become kind of a refugee city that is run and accepts refugees from all over the galaxy. This is, of course, one of the headquarters of ARC. ARC is a group that goes around collecting and kind of keeping track of everything that's getting before it gets destroyed by the burn. And that is where we are. So let's go. We are kind of underground. This has one of the biggest facilities, library research facilities of ARC. And so I think we're going to start today with doing a little research. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Or however you want to start. Sorry, I don't want to guide you guys. But so you guys wake up in the morning. You are at the ARC facility. What would you all like to do?
Yeah,
library!
I'm totally into research. Let me grab up my. I will grab my notes and hasten to the library for a day of studying. I probably grab like a pastry on the way, maybe a strong coffee, large coffee, and kind of just go on my way, not really worrying about anybody else, what they're doing on our little long weekend.
Excellent. Yeah. So you get down to our library.
Nuts.
I'm imagining it looks something like this, with
Oh, there we
you know, computers hooked up to books. There's some servers. There's some old school written materials down there as well. But this is kind of the research area that you've arrived at. So before we get
Classic.
started actually in the library, actually, no, you know what? Let's go ahead and go get this done. All right. So what type of information are you looking for? You're here and you see a stack of books. What information are you looking for?
Well, first of all, it is lovely after so long being on the. It's been like months of this spaceship stuff. It's nice to be back into a place where I can calmly absorb information instead of having it shoot at me and try to kill me a bunch.
I don't like it.
Crash my damn spaceship. So I guess, as this is an ARC library, I will look for specific ARC-related things. Starting with, I would like to see if I can find any record of them having collaborated with the Order of Heroes.
All right. Let me get a knowledge check. I do believe there's a knowledge check, correct?
Something like that. Let me get my. Where's my
There's
damn
a straight up knowledge check for this.
prayer sheet? Yes, a D10. Complexity 2?
So what are you looking for exactly? One more time. So you're looking for.
I'm looking to
something
see if there's any records of ARC having associations with the Order of Heroes and who those associates may be, and like what type of stuff they may have collaborated with them on. Because like Lawala mentioned, having like a source within the Order, and I just want to get a better sense of the bigger picture.
All right, give me. Let's do it like this. We're going to step outside of the regular mechanics just to see how much information you can get. And all of these are going to be difficulty 4 rolls. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you fail if you get a match, but it just will kind of limit the amount of information you get per match. You know what I'm saying? So
I gotcha.
So
Yeah,
for
okay.
every number that you don't match will be a level more of information. Some things might not have that much information, but as not to give away stuff, I'm just going to put everything at a normal 4. So you might be able to like get something, all the information there is on the system if you get 2, because that's all there is. So go ahead and give me difficulty with Ravana's voice. Okay, so 2, 5, 2, 3d6. Excellent. Mark that off.
That wasn't my roll. That was me goofing around. I haven't rolled that. I haven't rolled yet. All right. It would have been 4 d10s.
Okay. So you.
That's no
look
doubles.
for some information. You can't find any direct connection between the ARC and the Order of Heroes. There have been various ARC members who have believed to have left, but there is no real proof that these members had joined the Order of Heroes. To be honest, the Order of Heroes kind of went dark a couple of years ago after their experiments got more and more gruesome. They were taking different uh, animals from different planets. They were taking different species and literally hurling them into the burn and recording the results. They do believe that there was a
Really?
connection with the daylight and the Order of Heroes because of the way that they were collecting, and it believed that the Order of Heroes was actually helping the daylight recruit, and the people that did not kind of go along with the daylight were given to the Order of Heroes to do nobody really knows what with, but there was kind of some information, which I'm gonna guess and say that Prisoner you can kind of back up also because you were on the ship, you were on the station, and you probably saw this happening, and it's probably what they were going to do with you as
Yep.
and that whole group. They were going to like give you over to the daylight or the Order of Heroes. Let's see, with that role though, let me see if there's anything
Interesting.
else. Let me get a little bit more detailed information and see if I can give you anything more about let's see. There's really nothing else that the ARC particular knows about them. It's just that
Okay.
they're, think of aperture science
Sure.
meets it because they're kind of crazy and brutal.
The
Huh.
balloon is
Okay.
I don't know why I
alive.
thought of it, but yeah. All right, so that's going to be pretty much the information that you get connected with that.
All right. All right. Right, then I would like to look for any information on the recent events or history of Erva Port and its merchants.
Okay.
I would also like to look for military history on Yalbus
All right. Let's do
and
it.
any history of like the ARC operations there. You want the knowledge again? Yes.
Yep. I'm going to say there is no ARC operation there, but yes, you can check.
Okay.
You don't need to do a roll for that particular bit of information.
Okay. Another pass.
Another pass. Nice. Okay. So what you have learned about Yalbus is that Yalbus has a history of being a kind of a stop-through port. It's always kind of had that kind of fame of being a pit stop, if you will, between travels between the Eno kind of area and off to other parts of the universe. So the Senchal Guild pretty much maintains order on this planet. You can find that they are paid very heavily and very well by the different overguilds to keep and maintain order on that planet. As you continue searching, though, you start to find some reports of people who have kind of done some interviews and some information coming out of that planet, as ARC is kind of trying to discover if they need to go and pick up the resources from there. But it is believed that there is also a bit of kind of an underground part of the port that lots of people don't talk about.
Yeah,
It's
like a
said
black
that
market.
Yes, that's what you're kind of leaning towards. It looks like there may be a black market because that planet is so hard to get to. ARC believes that it could be a very likely the fact that Senchal are
Is
weapons
it just
dealers.
the security that makes it difficult to get there, or is there some other factor?
It's pretty much just the security of getting there, and you have to have a reason for being on the planet.
Excellent.
The Senchal Guild has a very heavy presence there. And as you do some research about the Senchal Guild, you know that they are weapons dealers as well.
Sure,
So it,
we learned that from our friend Prisoner.
yeah, so it wouldn't stand to say that they're the underground, the black market is not a place that the Senchal Guild is selling their more difficult to sell weapons. You find out information that the Senchal Guild basically once the Cathuk army kind of fell, Cathuks being the one bug kind of creatures, they were very militaristic. The Cathuk were very, very stingy with their weapons, and they didn't sell a lot to. They didn't sell to outsiders at all. Once the burn happened, they were kind of forced into a new paradigm, and they started selling different weapons to the Senchal Guild. There are, however, some weapons that they have not released to the Senchal Guild, and so it might be this is the opportunity where the Senchal Guild can sell their weapons. Big question mark on that information. So there has always been some kind of desire. They believe that there might be an underground animal market there as well, where
Ooh.
exotic different animals might be sold from different places. So Ark has kind of a I don't want to say a bad standing there, but if they knew you were coming directly from Ark, it would probably be a little bit more difficult to.
Well, we have some
Get
buddies
them.
inside the Senchal Guild as well, I believe.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, to remember very
yes,
early, you do have.
Horst's girlfriend, Eva Ravunana.
Did she say that?
You.
I give Horst a
have,
little elbow in the ribs.
Oh.
You do also, just to kind of remind you back, you do have a connection with one of the Overguild bosses that you saved. If you recall back in the day, you saved somebody from the Egan Guild, if you recall, Kree.
Yeah, Kree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was a boss.
Yeah,
I thought
he's
he
a
was just
boss.
a high up. No shit.
No. He's one of the well. That's what they call the high ups, the Overguild bosses. It's
I
kind of
gotcha.
like a loose, kind of democracy type of thing, but it's like a board. So anybody that
Gotcha.
there can be up to like 100 over bosses, Overguild bosses for any Overguild, but
Depends on the
they all
amount of
kind of
departments, I guess.
yep. And
Well,
the
I will be
Egan.
making a call to my good friend Kree in a short bit as soon as I'm done with this wonderful library.
Yeah, because you guys have two connections. Yeah, you know some people from the Central Guild, and you know some people from the other guild. All right. What else would you like to ask, my friend?
Let's see. I don't want to get too far off the beaten path, but I would like to look up in the Arc records if they have any like info on like supernatural stuff. Specifically, I want to look for reports of ghosts or ghost-like entities, and
Okay.
I would like to search among folklore sources as well if they have any. Like if they have any. I would like to look for specifically books from worlds that have previously succumbed to the burn.
Okay. This is a pretty broad question, and there's a lot of ways we can go with this. So go ahead and give me a difficulty of 5 with this one, because there's
All
there's
right.
actually a lot. It's a pretty broad thing, and I want to see what I can reveal to you, depending on how you roll.
All right, let's do it. Oh, I failed.
Okay. But that's okay. You got 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So you rolled a 3, is what I'm going to give you. All right. So as you start doing some research, you come across a book by the Glean. There are these texts that are Wasnamet. These were books that Lawala had spoken to you about, so you kind of recall to go check them out as you're looking for lore about different things. You don't find anything directly speaking of any poltergeist or any type of ghost like that, but the Wasnamet begins to talk about some information about a group, it's like a religious text, so it's definitely talking about their history, and it's kind of written in a very old style, and it's very much
Sure.
feels very what's the word, folklorish, if you will. But they begin talking about a group called the Omniscients. The Omniscients were pretty much revered as gods, and it talks about a specific one that came in, and there's a story about an omniscient who came to the planets where the Gleans were living. The Gleans used to only live for like 5 years, and this particular entity went and he flew around the planet encircling it, and he swallowed it whole. And when it came out of him like an egg being hatched, the Glean all of a sudden had their intelligence heightened. They had their lifespan lengthened, and the ancient Gleans give all to this black snake with yellow stripes.
Oh, dip!
So that's what the Glean.
That's
So
what the
this
Glean.
that's what the Glean call the omniscient.
They call it.
That's what they describe it.
That's how they describe it. Correct. They describe it as a huge black snake with yellow stripes.
So
That's circled.
is there any mention of Cebolla?
You're going to do a separate roll for that, but give me a second so I can tell you. This is some important stuff that you may want to write down. So the
You better
name,
believe I'm writing this down.
yeah. So the name is kind of an ancient kind of description, but using the translating software, you have Black Ice Koa is written.
KOA.
KOA.
All right. Black Ice Koa, that's interesting.
And I'm going to say, you know what? I just realized you did roll for this. So I'm going to say that the mention was that this creature came. There is a mention of Cebolla. However, it just says it came from Cebolla. It doesn't get any more info. You cannot find any more information regarding Cebolla on your particular search. I'm going to say that's going to, I'm going to include that all in the kind of supernatural kind of search. But yes, you quickly recall something that you may have seen this creature, right?
Right. I couldn't recall if I was conscious for that or not, or if that had only happened in Horst's brain.
It did happen in Horst brain, but Horst did share that information.
Oh, okay, cool.
See.
Yeah, I knew he told us about it, but I wasn't sure if I had actually seen it.
I was using the royal you, like use guys.
Gotcha.
Yins had seen this.
Y'alls.
The two
All right,
Utes.
cool.
The Utes had seen it.
What's a Ute?
All right.
You don't want to know.
I'm prepared to move on for the time being. I feel like my other research stuff isn't that important. I feel like I got the main stuff that I really wanted.
Yeah, let me take a look and see.
And the remainder of the day, I believe I will spend consolidating my notes and working on the next draft of my next article for Galaxy at Large Independent News.
All right, Paul, Jesse, is there anything that you would like to take a look at?
Prisoners, I'm just standing around here, kind of supporting the team of like you guys are doing your research, but not at all. I'm not at all interested in it. And at the end, like Oro was saying, "All right, I'm done. Anything else you guys want to look up?" I'm like, "Where's a bar? It's been a while since I've had a good beer."
Ooh, yes.
This I can get behind.
All right.
But yeah, no, nothing else from me from the library.
All right, cool. Yes. All right. What about you, Jess? Is there anything that you kind of want to?
Horst walks in the room and scoffs. He immediately walks around the perimeter looking for anything suspicious. He doesn't trust libraries and books. He's seen too many shady stuff hidden in there, so he's immediately going to search the perimeter and like give little tugs on any book that looks out of place or isn't covered in dust, or like look behind machines.
Okay.
Oh my God, we left his Game Boy on the ship, didn't we?
His DS is on the ship. Shit.
This
How is
is
he going
happening
to
while
stay
Aura's researching, so
All right,
he's
cool.
gonna do some
You
research.
can give.
Just wants to look around first.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and give me a roll. We'll do perception difficulty 2, please.
That will take me opening my character sheet. Professional. Success.
What did you get? You got a success. Yeah, I mean, as you start looking around, you don't really find anything of interest. However, you do see that there are some cameras in here kind of keeping track of things that you do. I'm going to say as a hacker, you also kind of look at the hard drives and everything that's kind of connected to the server. And you do notice something that's a little bit out of place that doesn't really look like it necessarily belongs there, but you're not sure if it's there with security. Why don't you give me a computers check difficulty of 2 as well? Did you? Hello?
Sorry, I'm experiencing a glitch right now. My chat menu won't open on stream.
Oh.
Weird.
Yeah, it's being super weird. But I'll deal with that. Not during my turn.
Okay.
Computers 3 heard. Coming right up.
Thank you, sir. Tell me what you get, because I'm not on that screen right now.
4, 7,
Totally
8.
not. Okay, so as you begin to look at it, you definitely realize that there is a system in place that keeps track of any research done in this particular room. So anything that you look at is kind of saved into the security system, and you're pretty sure that it just runs into, you're pretty sure that it's just ARC security. You don't think it's like from an outside source. You're pretty sure that ARC is very much keeping track of what you guys got going on.
Okay.
So that's all you really discover.
Okie doke. Well,
Which to you makes sense. You want people to make sure that they're keeping track of stuff.
yeah, totally. And I don't think we're looking up anything that we wouldn't want our friends at ARC to see, unless we are, in which case we won't.
We're all good. Everything is above board here, Horst.
The horse relays that to everyone, and prisoner slowly takes a couple of books out of his pockets.
Oh my goodness. I can't take you boys anywhere.
Love this guy. So Horace doesn't really fuck with the book, so he's going to go over to the computers and use his hacky tool.
It was a good picture book.
His fork.
Yeah. Now that there's a pile of, oh, damn it. What are those stupid books that kids read?
Oh,
Highlights. Like highlights for kids or some shit.
Yeah.
So Horse is going to get on the computer and start trying to look up a few things.
Okay.
First, he wants to look up any knowledge about the history and the creation of MI.
Okay. Cool. Let us do since you're doing research, give me a knowledge roll. We're going to do it the same way, difficulty of 4. And then depending on which you hit is the information you will receive.
Okay. 2 5s,
Right,
2 4s,
so
double.
damn.
That means I get a lot of information, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you just you're kind of doing some research. Maybe you're kind of getting a little thirsty and getting a little bored, but you don't learn much. You don't learn much more than what's kind of already in there. You know that MI, the development of MI, magical intelligence, was a development by the Glean. It changed pretty much space travel for the entire universe. It happened, several years before the burn happened. It completely made plasma kind of shift. The use of plasma used to be huge for space travel. There was these huge clunkers of ships that used to plasma leak all across the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Plasma became a little bit less sought after. MI allowed travel to be done in moments, which used to take plasma like months and years. MI works by pretty much creating a magical intelligence, which is able to create a field like in Warp and Star Trek. It kind of creates a field around the ship that envelops it, that allows it to travel faster through space than through propulsion. And you just learn that it is the brainchild of the Glean, and it's something that the Glean kind of brought to being. And that's about all you locate. Just the basic surface information.
Hey, Ori, is that a Glean book in your hand?
Who'd you say?
Sorry, what?
Is that a Glean book you're reading over there?
Yes, it is the Waznamets.
Do they got a chapter on MI?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe.
Probably not. This is a older. These are some older tomes that kind of go to the history of the Glean. It's equivalent to like the Old Testament. Would not cover
Sure.
the new technological developments. It's more of a folklore religious text that it's just more about the reading the ideas, and it's not to be taken literal. It's the metaphors for how to live your life.
Well, we saw a literal giant black and yellow snake, and so it does say something about Cebolla and a thing called black ice koa. Are you familiar with this horse?
I don't think so.
Check it out. They're talking about this thing called the Omniscience. They like revered them as gods, and apparently your boy, the black and yellow space snake, is one of them. They call it the Black Ice Koa, and it is from Cebolla, wherever that is. I know your vision when you zonked out in the spaceship, whenever that was.
Mm-hmm.
It manifested as such. But maybe we will find more on this later.
Well, damn. All right then.
Well, damn.
Good luck.
Black ice. I've heard of that. That's prisoner snapping his fingers, trying to. Where have I heard of that? That's what I hung from my rearview mirror in my cruiser.
It is not that kind of black ice, I don't think, prisoner.
But it smelled so good.
I mean, how did the giant space snake smell, Horst?
You
You recall?
I didn't get my nose that close to it. Little too shocked.
This is probably for the best.
Do a smell check. Next time, I'll do a smell check.
Smell check.
Are we back to playing Barks and Bites?
Right, yeah. The sniff.
There's a hint of aqua velva that wafts through the air.
Ooh la la. All right, I'm gonna turn back to the computer. I got a few more things that I want to look up here.
Which you want to look up information, sir?
Next, we're going to move on to ancient cults, specifically looking for things that might connect the daylight.
Okay.
Stop me if this is going to be repetitive from Oro's search.
Did you look up daylight stuff? No, you didn't.
No, I looked for Order of Heroes, but you said there might be a daylight connection, a speculated connection, so maybe searching from the other direction will confirm it.
Oh, dope.
This guy researches.
Poorly.
You're trying to research just the daylight cult in general. All right. Okay. Go for it.
What complexity?
Same thing. 4. Difficulty 4.
Are they all 4?
They're all 4, unless there's like a very broad question, and then. Damn, is that what you rolled already?
4, 5, 5, 6.
So you rolled everything the same except for 1 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The game's rigged. It knows I'm
The
OP.
game is rigged. That's right. Stop the. Never mind.
I'm just gonna flex. Horse just flexes. He just stops for a second and flexes.
Yeah, the gel is kind of making you a little itchy. Maybe you're kind of a little bit anxious.
I
off your
could go
drugs.
for some
I don't
gel
know.
right now. Woro, you got any gel?
Boy. I hope you're being facetious.
You holding? I could get this research done real quick. Maybe it'll work like it works on the ships.
I kind of doubt that.
But do you know?
I mean, you remember when you gave me back the last dose I gave you, right?
I was afraid you'd bring that up. Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Well, so no, I wanted to talk to you about that actually.
Oh.
And I reach into my pocket and I pull out not only the gel that Horst gave back to me, but the extra gel that I had that I didn't tell him about. And I hold my hand out and I say, when we were escaping Falnala, I was worried that you would ask me for the gel again, and I think I may be doing the wrong thing now because you wanted for flipping through some picture books, but I think you are beyond that, and I trust you. I believe that the decision is yours, and it was wrong for me to lie to you. And I hold out the extra gel.
Aw. Aw, Ori. Okay. Why don't
Do
you
you take
hold
them?
on to those? But I'm just going to do a little gummer.
And I do a.
Your sediments go numb. Wait, I don't know what you have.
I do a. Do a streetwise roll to quickly snatch them back before he gets a chance to get his finger in it.
Yeah, let's do it.
What difficulty should I go?
I mean, he's
Complexity.
kind of. I'm gonna say he's kind of caught off guard because you're handing them to him to begin with. So, I don't know. Are you I don't think he's expecting you to take them right back. So I would say difficulty of 2. Actually, you know what? You guys should roll against each other. It should be athletics versus streetwise. Maybe I don't know.
Who does which?
Why don't you do athletics maybe because you're trying to see him trying to. Well, first roll your streetwise. Let's see what happens there. Let's do a difficulty of 3.
Oh,
Make this a little
you
bit more
just
interesting.
want me to fail all my rolls tonight.
Not you, not you.
Oh, I did it. Oh.
Oh, okay, you did pass.
Oh, God damn it.
Wait.
Of course.
So you both
Misroll.
pass. Okay, so this is what happens. You reach out, and you do that kind of like thing where nobody kind of wants to let go, and you find yourselves both holding on to the stash, and you're just like, you let go. No,
No,
you let go.
Horse will immediately let go once that situation comes to fruition.
Okay, cool.
The prisoner has
And nod and I say,
prisoner has slowly lowered his book of Where's Waldo, peering over at this scene is what's happening here.
Where's Space Stock?
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
I say, Abaraska, friend, this was a test, and I'm afraid you have failed.
Aww.
I put the
Even though I
gel
let
back in
go?
my pocket.
Man, counting doses is cool. When you start counting doses, I don't count your beers.
There
Count
we
your
go.
cigarettes.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for some drama, folks.
Sell beers in the bars. Whatever. And I turn around and go probably get a. Probably about lunchtime now, right?
Yeah, I'll say you guys have been researching.
I go to the bar.
All right.
Do I try
Cool.
to pickpocket you?
Oh no. This isn't how I saw that going at all.
I'm going to strongly consider it, and then not. This interaction has left. Horse doesn't feel like he's failed. He feels like he's walked up to a line and tried to come back, and maybe it's a little late, but it's definitely been eye-opening to him. I think it's worked out the best way for him to
Yeah.
sort of
Let's go
realize
for it.
he's had a bit of a problem, maybe. I mean, God, I've done gels like twice. It's fine. No big deal. I'm good. I'll tell you. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
I could stop
Twice
anytime
this
I
week,
want.
maybe.
Oh, it doesn't count if we're in hyperspace.
It is for emergencies only, my friend.
My addiction has saved your life.
I know, and I'm saying we should move away from from a pattern of behavior that facilitates this.
Pour them out. Pour them out right
Barrett
now,
says
Oro.
that you guys should do a kissing competition.
Oh wow, Barrett's having a great time.
Yeah, this is. That's awesome.
Princess Leia doesn't want you to let it go. Pickpocket turns sexual. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. I love it.
Pour them out, Oro.
All right.
Pour them out.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Pour them out right
not bad,
now.
I
I'll
forgot
prove it to you. Pour it out.
You want me to crush and pour out the gel?
Yes.
I forgot to add everybody to the scene. My bad. Excuse me, folks, for doing that. Keep going. I'm just gonna add you all to the scene.
Oh, hi.
Oh, there you go.
I don't need it. I can quit whenever I want.
Can I do a? Can I do a skullduggery to once again palm one of them?
Okay.
Oh my god! If I
we
catch
can
you,
do
we're
that.
fighting.
But make it look like I'm crushing them both.
Okay. I mean, that works for me.
But
Difficulty 2.
I mean, he's kind of checking it out. It's kind of I'm gonna have to say difficulty of 3. This is a high emotion kind of situation where
Fair
I
enough.
think the situation's a little bit more dire, if you will.
Fair enough.
Ooh.
Oof! I failed.
All right. Go ahead and.
All right, I'll just actually crush them both then.
Okay.
what? Whoa!
you
You can't. What? Hold on. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, no. I mean, you could take it, but we'll do this in game. So you see him do it. You see Oro crushing them, and you see that she kind of keeps one to herself. What do you say about that, Horst? You see that happening.
Say I may have an addiction, but at least I don't lie to my friends.
Yeah, I'll crush. I just crushed the other one. I frown and just crush the other one in my other hand.
Excellent. Yeah. you
Horse
crush
turns
them
around
all.
and walks to the
You know.
computer.
Okay.
Only now do I think, oh, I hope this is not absorbable through the skin.
So you
I'm-
start tripping.
I am
Yeah,
going
you're in
to
a trance.
trip very hard. Oh my god, what have I done?
You're gonna hang out with the black snakes with the yellow stripes.
Oh no, I hate snakes.
All right,
There was a
prisoners
second where I was considering just having Horse dive on top of the pile of Joes, but
Am I reading my book, Ari?
You're hiding behind your book.
Nice
Aptly-
book
aptly
icon.
named book.
That does seem the type of book that prisoner will be reading.
No, actually, hold on. Let's change.
Have you
this
guys
up a
read
second.
book?
This is
great.
my favorite book.
oh
my
Jesus
God.
fucking Christ, get out of here! Stream's over. Goodbye. We're never streaming again.
Well,
We're
good
talking
night,
about-
everyone.
We already talked about space aliens, right?
I just finished. I just left one cult and I'm looking for another.
So, guys, maybe you finally discover that this whole galaxy was written in a book by these humans creatures, and that
Boo! Orson Scott Card. Boo!
the Book of Mormon and Scientologist cults that moved to the stars when the rest of humanity got destroyed. No, okay. All right. Yeah. So, how did we resolve this with you two? What's the final situation with you all?
I've crushed up both doses.
Okay. And emotionally, how are you two?
I mean, the way I see it is like we're up and down, but like we love each other. Like we know we're partners. Like, yeah. Horse is not happy, but
he
he's
saw
like,
me.
Just like sibling pissed off at each other, where like you're pissed off at each other, but you still have that love kind of thing.
Sure.
Is what I'm kind of
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is the second time you tried to fuck with me, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the only the first time that you know about.
It's true. Well, no, because you just came clean about the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
Of course they're gonna say 3 strikes, motherfucker, and turn back to the computer.
Fair enough.
For Flares Ball, which is a sport that is takes place in this galaxy. All right. Fantastic. All right. So yeah, you
Oh wait,
guys.
I was gonna do a little more research.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Oh,
get to.
okay,
So
sorry.
go ahead and do your research, my friend. No, you're okay.
I want to look up the history of the military use of plasma.
Okay, cool.
Ooh.
You changed it up on me. That's fine with me.
Did I? I thought that was one of the more direct ones.
Oh no. You said you were going to look for. You were looking for information regarding the daylight, but that's okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I've got 4
Well,
basic things I want to research. It's MI,
Okay.
ancient cults, daylight, the history of plasma, and like Allranian history and like where this whole rock wall thing came from. Even though I
Okay.
might already know that.
All right. To kind of keep the game moving, let's keep it to 2. We can always come back and get more information later, but I want to kind of start moving from the library section to outside world. We can always come back to this information. You do have access to this library, and with the you can always get kind of mobile access, if you will, as well. If you requested from ARC, they've kind of offered to give it to you for helping them out. So
Oh shit! I'm gonna download that. Start to download. Okay, yeah, cult history.
cool. Difficulty 4, please. Knowledge.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay. All right. So as you start learning about the day, or you want the cult history on daylight, right? Or
Yes.
I'm a little bit more specific with your question, so I can make sure I'm giving you the right info.
Um. The
You broke up there. Sorry.
origins and purposes of daylight.
Okay. So as you start researching a little bit about the daylight, a couple new things that you hadn't learned come to light. First off, you learn that Tilde Mare was actually a member of ARC.
Whoa, that's
And
juicy.
Tilde Mare is a Glean who has said that during some medical workups and things like that had been hearing voices telling them to pray to the burn. And then after months of resisting, they finally gave in and they started praying to the burn. And once she started praying, she did an experiment in front of ARC where she or they, I'm not exactly sure of what their gender is, but they were no longer being harmed by fire. They were very surprised that the fire that she could actually create now, and that any type of flame no longer harmed them. ARC had asked them to stop with these particular teachings because they were trying to bring other people into this group, saying that that Galmok, a voice from inside the burn, began speaking to them. After that, of course, once ARC kind of turned on them, they left the group and they started the group called the Daylights. Yep, that's the juicy detail you get from that role.
Oh, shit.
Gosh, there's so many
wild.
ones.
Mhm.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
As you recall, also from you met on the station one of the hands of Galmok, as they were called, as she called herself. Let's see. Let me.
Oppo.
Yep, Oppo Medivinkin.
Medinovinkin.
Medinovinkin was also a member of ARC and left.
Oh shit.
Left with Tilde. So that's where that connection comes from. You're not sure
Oh shit.
much more information about the organization, where it started, more than, well, that's where it kind of started, but you don't discover anything else except for that information at this time. but a nice juicy detail dropped in your lap.
Nice. All right, so who's the blonde woman on the painting?
That is a. It's actually an abstract of a made-up creature. It's a. It's an abstract painting of a pretend life form.
Yeah, it's actually one of
Right, I got this.
prisoner's species, but nice.
I was just gonna say I can turn into that if you want.
There we go. That's
It looks
perfect.
too squishy.
Not done.
That's beautiful. No, I meant
I was
the
actually
human.
I was actually going to wonder if anybody noticed that or not. That was fantastic. I was going to Photoshop that out, but I was like, let's see if anybody actually notices that the fact that there's a human in that picture.
No, I love
But yes, the human. It's not really any kind of connection.
Cool.
I was going to make my other joke with that, but I already did that with something else. So,
Nice.
yep. So it's just an abstract painting of.
Now it's a Ronan.
Yep, now it's a Ronan. It's 10,000 bugs.
Yeah, that's Tommy's new avatar.
Yep. What else?
Why do I
what was
feel
the
actually
other-
emotionally upset about the confrontation between Oro and Horst? I'm like trying to figure out why I'm anxious, and I'm like, oh god, this is a game. Jesse, calm down. I love you, Ivan.
Is Ivan actually mad at me?
Ivan and Jesse are cool.
We're cool. We're
Oro
totally
and
cool.
Oro and Horst, I don't know.
Rocky relationship. Two alphas.
Oh yeah, kind of catty, you know.
Yeah, low blow.
Oh
That's good to
Jesus
follow.
Christ.
But
We're really stuck
That-
between a rock and a hard place.
oh,
Oh gosh, yeah.
Urosh is destroying your brain.
so keeping on the highbrow humor, the prisoner has been like, oh, so wait, hold on, we get remote access to this library. I can pull these things up on my slab.
Now you want to read?
Yep.
I found this pile of space hustlers over here that I might want to research later in my bunk.
God damn it.
So the way it's going to work is you guys will have access to this at certain times during the day when ARC allows access. The further you get from this planet, the more difficult and the less uptime you will have. I've got like a bunch of little rules so you can't just like constantly be searching at it. But the basic idea is when you're here, you can do a bunch of research because you're connected to it. The farther away you get from the planet, you have like particular times that you'll have access to it, and the reliability of connection depends, of course, on a lot of different situations. But yes, you will have some sort of access to this. Also, the other thing that they've given you all the badges. I don't know if you had them before. I know some of you had badges, but the way that the badges work is once you meet somebody, you can connect up these badges and you can communicate with them pretty much anywhere in the universe with a few
Whoa.
limits. So I'm
Cool.
imagining like, you know, you kind of have like these almost Star Trek looking badges and you kind of like put your two fingers on the badge and the other person does the same and you touch your two fingers together and it kind of transfers the information. You know, kind of like, I don't know. That's how I kind of imagine the thing working. But
Like a intergalactic airdrop.
exactly. But with those badges as well, you can use those to they're kind of work as fobs, if you will, to identify yourself so you can log into the system. So yay for that.
Cool.
All right, what's the next thing you'd like to research?
I think that was my 2, but if I could quick download locally a bit of the other things I talked about, I'd like to download locally onto my datapad
Slab.
thingy. Yeah, slab. Any more information tomes or whatever that I can find on like the Daylight Cult and ARC. I want to look for like personnel mission logs. Like the point is to try to see who Tilda Mare like was close with in their time at ARC, as well as the
As you
The
try to
plasma
access that stuff, you definitely see that it's restricted. A lot of the personnel information is restricted. The information that you got was kind of more knowledge, but if you're trying to dive more into you know, kind of restricted areas, you may ring some alarms. You can do a computers check. However, if you do get caught, you fear that you may lose access to certain parts if you've shown to try and hack into a system. So I will just give you that.
Can I use a knowledge engineering to try to figure out how to disable, or at least like where maybe the security is, or maybe a knowledge computers to try to disable the security?
Yeah, but I'm going to say again, there is going to be consequences if you fail this type of check, if you're kind of like poking into their system.
Will you tell me the complexity before I say I'm going to do it?
What exactly you're trying to do? You're just trying to see what the security system looks like, kind of thing. Or are you trying to bypass it, or you tell me exactly what you're trying to do, and I'll see.
I want to bypass the security system for as little as possible. Like, so I want to make it dark so that there's no obvious breach in security, and I want in the brief window I have of darkness to try to locally copy and download as much information as I can onto my slab.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say for that, that is quite a difficult thing. They do have cameras everywhere. They are very, very protective of this library, and they are watching at all times. So, man, I'm going to have to say this is a difficulty of 5 because of the fact that this is a very well-guarded system, and you're going into some very restricted things. Plus, you're trying your best not to be detected and go super dark. So, yeah. I would say that would probably be around 5. That's probably going to be one of the more difficult things that you're going to have to do.
What do you guys think?
You do also have 4 points to use, so you could lower that by 1 by using one of your adventure points.
I wouldn't risk messing with Arc.
Prisoners, hey buddy, I really, I don't know that I want to lose access to this remote slab feature again, like shiftily eyeing over at the copy of Space Hustler.
Could I
Triflings
potentially
Weekly.
plant some sort of worm, like something that will be small enough to go unnoticed, but will trickle in tiny little bits of data that'll never be noticed to my local pad?
Okay, I will give that a difficulty of 4.
Plus an adventure
Because you're
point?
still would be difficulty of 3. You would be down to 3 adventure points. And I think what I'm going to say is with adventure points, I will give you guys adventure points per chapter. We have several adventures left in this chapter, so you guys are going to be down to 3 adventure points if you do this. But yeah, you're more than welcome to use it. So that'd be a difficulty of 3.
Well, I want the group's consent before I.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. So difficulty of 3, computers, worm.
Mm-hmm. Also, I put the information for the badge in chat, so you guys can keep track of that.
Thank
All right,
fucking God.
so
Oh my God, it was a
all right.
456.
456.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so you take okay, so you take that information and you plug it in. The worm seems to be working. It's going to be searching around. There is no guarantee that the security sweeps won't catch it, but it looks like for the next couple of days, you will be downloading little bits of information regarding what exactly. What were you targeting?
I wanted to look into like sort of the records of.
He wants to
like-
know what missions like Oppo and Tilda went on,
Exactly.
Got it. So you're
Tilda's
looking
are
and
connections.
who they went on those missions
Got it.
with,
So
who
you-
might still be at Arc.
Mhm.
Got it. So you're trying to get into the personnel files.
Exactly.
Got it.
Find out who
Okay.
TDM was close to.
Awesome. All right, that sounds good. Let me just keep notes of that. Sounds good. All right, so you can check back in it in, I'd say probably in about a week's time. It's probably done its work. There will be another security sweep at that time for that type of level, and we will see if that worm gets discovered or if it gets deleted. However, the way that you put it in, it will probably not be linked back to you.
Cool.
So you feel that you did a pretty good job of putting this virus into the system. All right. So with that, what do we say? We take a 10, 12-minute break and come back.
Sounds fine to me.
What do y'all say? Y'all ready for
We're going
a break out there?
till 10:30, right?
Yep.
Great.
Yep. So yeah, we'll take about a 10-minute. We'll be back here at 9:46 ish.
All right.
And I will play some background music. All right, we shall be back. Yes, that is background music, right?
That was great background music right there. I appreciated it.
We could
Killing
do
it.
our acapella version of. Okay.
I think this one's my favorite of
Yeah.
This is a good one.
It's almost like 9-inch Nailsy, and then it
Mhm.
and then it hits, and you're like, yeah. All right, back in a bit.
Wow, that timing's amazing.
Hey, watch it there. I didn't realize I could move this myself before.
Stance. This is the best part of the stream by far. Now you stop.
Yeah, alright, I'm done.
Whoa. The remix.
I'm only 1 minute late.
Yeah, I know. I was on time for once. It was crazy.
Sorry, y'all.
Paul and I had a little dance party.
Mhm.
Now I can't get the screen
Alright.
to fit. There it goes.
So you all are in the underground base of Ark, which is an old mining facility. It looks a little something like, let's say, looks like this a little bit.
Ooh.
So what would you all like to do now?
Prisoner wants to do a presence check for ghosts.
Ooh, ghost.
Okay.
Prisoner always carries a little bit of the outside with him everywhere he goes.
All of a sudden, you see Cthulhu coming down the hallway. Wait, no, wrong game.
Oh no!
All right. Yep. So, what would you all like to do at this point? There's some information above ground. I think you guys were heading to a bar, possibly, or.
Yes, I had heard a rumor of a bar. I maybe would like to give our old friend Cree a call.
Horse just happens to step in the puddle on his way out. Not really.
All right.
Watch it.
So,
It's a little moist in here.
Arr.
Oh my god.
not that word. No, not that
Yes,
word.
Kadrafado.
I think Pepper might have been walking in front of us.
All right. So you all are on the elevator to the surface. It's a pretty long ride. It takes a couple minutes, even though this elevator is hauling ass. As you start getting to the top, you all of a sudden hear an explosion in the distance, and your slabs all start going crazy.
Oh,
Oh,
no. My slab.
So
My
news
snake
comes
high
across.
score.
News warnings and beeps come across your slab. It looks like an incoming ship carrying refugees from various planets has been shot down as it was approaching the planet.
Oh, we love
There
refugees.
there was a planetary. You know how you have to kind of orbit, and then you send a planetary kind of ships up and down. One of those ships carrying about 150 refugees was shot out as it was making its approach to the planet. It's going crazy. You quickly get a message from Mac. Mac says that he needs to talk to you all immediately. You see that all planetary ships have been grounded due to a terrorist attack.
Oh, shit.
Mac sends a message saying that there has been an attack, and he wishes to speak with you all.
Oh, Jesus. It would be a bad time to start hacking into computer systems right now.
Oh boy.
So we go into this bar or not?
Yeah, meet us at the bar.
All right.
We're on our way there now.
All right.
To talk in person if you catch my meaning. Oh shit.
This is
Wow.
an actual bar in New York called Untapped. That I thought was a pretty cool picture.
awesome.
Nice.
We're not paid by them.
Honestly,
They're
I don't
not a
know if they
sponsor.
exist anymore, thanks to the way things are going.
Sure.
Yeah, right.
But all right, so
Chat, discuss what the refugees' last words were. What were they thinking?
Oh.
so pretty much there's nothing very interesting about what they said. They were just talking about coming into the. It was basically normal landing information that was being kind of delivered to command control, and the ship as they were making their approach. The last couple of things were like, we're coming down. Everything looks go. Check. And like we've got something coming up on our screen. Coming up. As something hits it, you start seeing footage coming in of this ship coming crashing down. It seems to have kind of missed a lot of the more populated areas of this city. There are some interesting videos, though, of people filming, and that shows almost what looks like a rocket that was shot from the surface, and it was and it
Oh.
hits. Yeah, Max says that he had some really as this attack had happened, he was out and he got a message from the Sensual Guild head here on the planet, and he had an immediate call to come in to the headquarters. And Mac wanted to know if you all would like to go with him, because he feels like whatever has happened will probably require an investigation, and he thinks that your skills will come in handy.
Do we
Keep
have
that
time?
thing on me.
Do we have time to get a couple city-wides, galaxy-wides?
Yeah, you all get a couple of drinks as you're talking.
Uh,
Like, to
Thank
go?
God.
You guys want this to go?
This news is best handled over
Oh my God!
Troganator.
They're on this planet that never want to leave.
Yeah, you guys want to take a...
And I'm the addict.
The droid that's working the bar says, "We are closing. Please take these to go. Please take these to go."
Sure.
I'm gonna take mine and Oro's.
All right,
Pretend
yeah,
I'm gonna hand them to Oro, and then smash them.
I deserve that.
And then pull out
Okay,
a third one
so-
and hand it to Oro. Because I'm a nice guy.
All right, so you all head
None
to
of that
the
happened.
Central Guild headquarters with Mac in tow, as the city is in chaos. People are running to board up, get back inside. You can see that this city that's just made up of refugee camps are doing their best to kind of protect themselves, but you just see a flurry of movement as people are running from the impact zone back to their places. Once you get into the Central Guild, you are welcomed by a pistol-wielding Kathuk. He approaches Mac, and he says, "Mac, we've got a really big problem here. Are these the guys that you were talking about that helped you out on the planet?" Yeah, these are them. I think these are the guys that are going to be able to help us out here, and from what I understand, they'll be able to kind of keep their mouth shut and keep quiet about what's happened here. Am I right, guys? And they kind of look at you and are waiting for your responses.
Horse does the thing where he rubs his nails on his shoulder, then kind of blows on them.
Yes, we are known far and wide for our discretion. We've worked with your Sensual Guild many times.
Prisoner just nods because he's keeping his mouth shut.
Yeah, that's pretty much why we need to act quickly here. So you know that as the fall of the Kathuk Empire came down, we started making our weapons available to different planets and to different systems for the people that could play. That kind of kept us going. When I joined the Sensual Guild, one of the things I brought with me was some of the information for these weapons and the go-ahead to sell them. And he pulls up a monitor system, and he shows you guys on the screen. He's like, "Right here, this is a Ploron 15 plasma-propelled missile. These are weapons that we have not given clearance for anyone to sell. These weapons were distinctly kept off the list because of this particular situation. Gentlemen, I need you all to find this weapon, find where it came from and who did this, and we need to make sure that this weapon does not get into the hand of other people and how it's been handled and how it's been how they got a hold of it."
Certainly, we can do this. What have you got preliminarily from its? Where do you think it came from? Who
So-
do you think might have done such a thing?
Well, there's several groups on this planet that don't exactly like the refugee situation. He pulls out his pad and he kind of does a swipe, and it sends it onto the big monitor up in front of you guys, and you can see the calculations of the rocket. It looks like we've been able to triangulate this in the old warehouse section. It's not very inhabited anymore. It's used to be in operation when this was a mining planet, but it looks like from the trajectory we were able to plot a course to about a 1 block radius of where this thing was fired from.
Interesting. Is this no, we're not on Yalbus. That's the name of the moon, right?
You all are on Yalbus 3, the moon, yes. Tsela is the name of the
But is Irva on a different moon, or is that on this same moon?
what are you talking about?
The port city Irva.
The port isn't a different. Here, I'll show you real quick. Sorry. Yep. Good point. Let me clarify this for you all. Let me bring up the universe map.
Thank you.
And all right. So you all right now are on the third moon of Yevlin right here. Yalbus is located right
Oh,
here.
okay.
And that's in the Heart World. Yevlin
Okay, I was thinking the moon of Yevlin was called Yalbus.
No, the moon
Okay, my
of
mistake.
Yevlin is called. Give me a second.
3.
I've got these notes. Yeah. So the
Yevlin 3, I love it.
yes, Yevlin 3, correct. So it's just the moons are just named after the order they're in this particular area. But yeah, this is Yevlin 3, and the city is called Tsela.
Right. All right. And so, okay, so this plasma missile came from the warehouse district. So I guess that's a fair a spot as any to begin our search.
Okay. Let's see.
I don't suppose you could outfit us with some, some
Of those rockets.
well, something to like weapons or cash, something to outfit us. Have you got the quartermaster?
I mean, we what weapons do you need? We've got some rifles. We can get you all some. You know what? This is the best that we're going to be able to do on such notice. And he pulls out the shield generators. They're all military grade shield generators. And he says, "We've got this." And he also pulls out what looks like to be a little drone. And what it is it's an advanced camera system that you recognize. And basically the way that it works is it can be controlled remotely. It's kind of like a drone. It also has a psychic component that it can be controlled by psychic connection. However, the person that has psychic connections right now is not available, but in the future we can see.
Sure. Well, I think we left Doc back at the headquarters.
Yeah, everything's been shut down. So as you guys left, the base went into lockdown and the doors closed. So Doc is stuck inside the base. He gets a message like, guys, what's going on? They just locked down the base. They're not letting me out. That's
I'm sure we've been I'm sure we've been in contact via his psychic bugs.
Yep. All right, so you all approach the warehouse district. You can see that this is, as far as the eye can see, there's different ore processing centers. You can see that the, like you saw on the plasma rig, there's those crabs, spider-looking like machines that collect ores and transfer it over. You can see that this place has been pretty deserted for a long time. Nothing really calls to you. There's nothing that looks particularly out of place. Everything just looks pretty old and dilapidated, and it looks like it hasn't been used for hundreds of years. What would y'all like to do?
Shit. Is there any trail in the sky from where the rocket came from?
Yeah, there's no trail left, but as you're looking onto your slab, you find yourself kind of on the top of this hill, and you see this section of buildings kind of right here. Looks like it is a probable location. Looks like there are probably, I want to say maybe maybe like a 10-block radius, 15-block radius where this possible rocket could have been fired from, but there is no particularly there's no sign that or no trail that got left after it.
Can I use my far goggles to get a closer look at the top of that building?
Sure.
Are we
Alright.
up on a hill looking down into these?
Could I do like
Yep.
a...
I'll do the same with my rifle scope.
I guess it
Alright,
would
so
be just
let's
a
do-
perception, yeah?
Yeah, perception, which would normally be a difficulty of 3. I'll say with your far goggles, we'll drop that down to a 2.
Alright.
Nice.
That's a pass.
All right. Nice. Okay, so you begin to kind of do a survey of the area. Nothing really seems to catch your eye as you're going back and forth. And then as you're looking through your far goggles, you see an explosion rip through one of the buildings right almost in the middle. An explosion that just kind of rocks this center area. As the explosion kind of rocks, you can see that some of the building began to get leveled. So you are now looking at this kind of center building with kind of holes in it from an explosion, which seems like there were several explosions now as you kind of are paying a little bit closer attention to what's going on. It looks like parts of the building have crumbled under several smaller and larger explosions.
Can we see if the explosions went outward or inward?
They came from the inside.
Okay.
You're looking at it with the far goggles, and you see the explosion rip through from the inside.
All right. I'm gonna bring my rifle up right like the holes, and start looking through the holes.
Through that, you can see smoke. The smoke is pretty thick.
Yeah.
You can definitely make out that there is some sort of. Give me a roll. Give me a difficulty of 3.
Perception?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You can
Dice
definitely
on my
see
side today.
that. While the rest of the area kind of looks like it's been mining facilities, what you notice is that on the explosion doesn't seem to have kind of taken out the main door behind, and you can see that there is a kind of a terminal for entrance, and it does not fit in. It looks like this terminal is a lot newer than everything else, and is one of the only things that seems to be standing outside where the kind of doors, the explosion kind of went through the doors, and you can see next to that door there is a this entrance kind of thing. That's what you see.
Interesting. Real quick, is it safe to assume that we're at full health and shield since
Yep.
hanging out here? Okay.
Correct.
I guess let's move on out.
All right. What do you want to say?
I have some trepidation about approaching a recently nearly exploded building. I think perhaps we wait a bit longer.
Is there any way we can get up on the roofs of the buildings nearby and kind of like scope it out from there?
Yeah, I mean,
A little closer.
Yeah.
Give me some athletics checks to see if you guys successfully climb on top of these buildings. They're pretty tall. Say they're probably about 150 feet tall. So they're pretty.
That's like no biggie for the three of us.
No, go ahead and give me athletics roll difficulty of 2, please. All right, you succeed.
Athletics.
You succeed. And we're just waiting on Horst. No, Horst. So you all passed, right? No, we need a prisoner. Did you roll?
Oh,
prisoner?
I thought I rolled. Sorry, I clicked the
I thought
2
you
instead
rolled.
of click roll.
All right, so yeah, you all climb up on top of this roof. You can very clearly see that a hole has been ripped through the area where the explosion hit, and you can look down and see. Let's see. So you guys will be coming in from this area. All right, so as you look down, You quickly realize this is kind of an old recycling plant. You look down and you see a pool of liquid that looks like it's been kind of sitting stagnant for a couple of years. You can also see that there's still some smoke coming from the northern passage, and you can see that the southern and west passage have been completely kind of filled in with rubble.
Is this an adjacent building, or is this the building we saw the explosion come from?
This is the exploding building.
Okay.
We can see this from above from an adjacent building.
Yeah, as you guys kind of look down, you can see the hole that's ripped into that
Gotcha.
building. You can look down into the hole, and I'll say that this is what you can see.
No sign of anyone alive in there?
You do not see anybody. You don't see. This is all you see.
If we're on the roof, right?
Correct. Yeah, you're looking down at this.
Can I get an angle on the side of the building that has the open entrance, like the one way they could potentially could have gone?
So
Like out to the east here, like is a bit of an exit, right? Like, can I go see if there's anybody sort of sneaking out?
So
I think that's a drain.
Yeah, that's kind of a
Oh, I
drain
know.
area. That might go down into the sewers. This is the entrance over here to the left of the map.
Mhm.
Okay.
So that's kind of where you saw the entrance. Looks like it connects. You kind of assume that this right here is kind of connected to the entrance. You
Sure.
can't really make out anything else besides that.
Looks pretty
Unless-
well blocked up.
Yep. So unless you
Need
want to
need an
do
excavator of some sort.
unless you want to do a couple more perceptions or drop down in there, you're not going to be able to get too much more information from up top. But you do realize that there are not anybody moving. You definitely don't see any movement from your position.
Is there any debris or like smoke residuals from a rocket, perhaps?
No, but there is smoke residuals from an explosion and dust kind of
Sure.
floating up. You definitely see just a mixture of dust and smoke, and you can definitely smell the smell of explosives that are kind of wafting up through the air. It smells a little bit like black ice. No.
Is there anything about this explosion that could lead us to believe it was from the same type of illegal import or export rockets? Like, was this a stockpile of them that maybe blew up?
I mean, yes, I'm going to say that since you were given the information that this area was pretty much deserted except for the occasional looter, you can see that this area, what you see not covered with explosion, looks like stuff has been kind of recently used. So it looks like this might have been a recycling kind of plant, and this water plant is kind of active, and this gross water is getting siphoned down. It looks like the machinery for it kind of got destroyed in the explosion, but it seems like until recently this was being kind of used as being turned into drinking water from the looks of the machines churning. You can still see that it looks like it's active.
Like recently, like this week.
Recently, like give me a knowledge check and I'll see if you can narrow it down.
All right.
Give me a difficulty of 3 because it's kind of a weird kind of thing to try and
Sure.
figure out.
It's a pass.
Yeah, it looks like the water is kind of still flowing, and from what you know about these recycling things, that if this was something that hadn't been used within the last week, that this thing would have probably dried out at this point, or would be covered
Sure.
like, and so you can definitely tell that this has been used within the last several days.
Can we tell like where the cleaned water is like gathering, or like where it's being sent to?
Not from your position, no.
Not from here.
I think Horse is going to be pretty quick to sort of just like turn to Oro and Prisoner and give a wink and be cover me, jump in.
Yeah, let's go to the photo. Yes.
This guy again.
Fine. And I'll pull my pistol and I'll wait just long enough, basically, for Horse to hop down and clear the landing zone, and I'll just follow him.
Yeah, same.
Right. So give me an athletics check of 2. You're climbing down the rubble, or you
Horse is jumping.
kind of. Okay, cool. Then, yeah, you're jumping down 50 feet. Okay.
Yep. I made a rock, baby.
You are made of rock, so go
All
ahead and give me
objects
an
of different
athletics
matter
check.
fall at the same speed, baby.
That's right, they do.
Objects of different matter. That's science.
Did
That's how that goes.
we mean different mass? Okay. Well,
Yeah. What do you want me to roll?
let's do an athletics check. Difficulty of it's a pretty narrow ledge. There's lots of stuff. Difficulty 3, please.
Okay. And I'm gonna, just to be perfectly clear, I'm doing the superhero landing.
Of course, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's so hard on your knees.
All right, cool. Yeah, you land pretty gracefully. The rocks beneath you kind of shake. Some of the
Little crater where I landed.
some of the rubble that's kind of off to your left begins to kind of shift a little bit as you land, but you make a successful landing. As you're down there, you can see a little bit more than you did before.
Okay. That
let's
shifting
see.
rubble is going to instantly have Horse just whip his rifle up. And he's
Yeah.
just scanning.
So you can see that there is a hole there. Let's see. As you jump down, this is just kind of to signify that there's kind of still smoke in the air, but I'll go ahead and get rid of it
Sure.
since it kind of covers the map a little bit. But yeah, there's smoke in the air as you jump down there. You can now see that there's 2 entrances that look like they are not covered. You see 2 of them that are, one of them is here and the other one is right here. Do you see that other one I just clicked on?
The top
No.
right one up here.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
okay.
right here.
And here. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. What do you guys want to do?
Should I do athletics to hop down there?
Yeah, I jumped down there as well, is my thought.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
you
climb
guys-
down like a sane person.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Why do I imagine
So-
Prisoner like jumping and floating? Maybe it's because they're made of plastic.
I failed.
Oh, can I run an
All right.
athletics check to catch her?
Sure.
That's-
Yeah, let's do that.
I was going to jump down first to try that too.
Or do
Oh.
an athletics check to try and catch it.
What do you want the check to be? Also, is your gender
We'll
female?
just do 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think yeah.
We did clear that early, didn't we? Ooh, that was
Yep,
close. Did
so-
you see it hover on that second floor?
Yeah.
I did.
That was brutal. Okay, so Oro, you go and you jump in. You jump down. Actually, we'll say this: you're climbing down the debris, be like a sane person, like you said. The debris slips, and you start making your way down, kind of sliding your way down, about to hit the water, and then you feel these strong blue muscular biceps grab a hold of you and pull you from falling into the murky water.
But Oro, Horse stays with the rifle trained. It's like hand comes off the front of the gun and grabs by the collar.
Fuck, we need some artwork of this. This is what we need artwork of. And Prisoner, you made your way down.
Barrett.
I'm rolling to jump down there too. Well, I guess
All right, cool.
I just did a D2 because I figured I've seen how easy it was and I knew I could do it too.
Correct, yeah. All right, so you also make it
Sure, everybody just makes the climbing and the jumping look so easy.
Hey man,
you also
you're the
make-
word person. You're the talker.
Yeah.
And yet you continue to lead me into these situations.
All right, so what you see down here is pretty much what you saw up top. You see a lot of mechanical elements that have kind of come to a complete stop. As you look around, it does not look like this was the center of the blast. This room looks pretty much untouched. You can see there's kind of some controls in the northwestern corner of the room that look like it controlled the water recycling plant, but it does not look like this was a particular target, and this just kind of took some collateral damage from where the main explosions took place. But as you get closer, it definitely looks like there were lots of. It wasn't like one big explosion. It looks like there were several targeted explosions.
Mm.
Weird.
So Can we run a knowledge check to see if we can decipher if we think this is sort of trying to sabotage the water supply here?
I'm going to say that with the information that I just gave you, you don't think that this was the main target. So no,
Right.
you don't think that the water supply was
Yeah,
targeted.
I think we should. We should press on. I think we'll find the real target a bit north of us.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you guys make your way around. Did we lose somebody?
No, Tommy jumped on.
No.
What's up, buddy? He's muted, but he's communicating telepathically. I think is really
Yeah. But his keyboard, his fingers to his keyboard.
Ooh.
I didn't.
He's trying to
trying.
talk, I think. Tommy, you can do it, buddy.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt the stream. I was just going to spy on my boys.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So I'm sure you're rounding
Spying
out
from
the end of the-
behind the scene.
Yeah, I just wanted to peer behind the curtains. Didn't want to interrupt. Get back to
Right.
it. Listen.
Good,
Cool,
Good
so,
to hear from you, bud.
Yeah, you are trapped in the base right now, Shen. There was a terrorist attack on one of the landing shuttles. The attack looked like it came from this particular area. As the boys were investigating, this building was rocked by explosions, and now they've jumped inside to kind of figure out where this weapon came from, and they've been tasked to locate the weapon that was used and to bring it back to the Sensual Guild.
Hell, yes.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna side
what do you
flip
want to do?
across this water and land in a kneeling position, aiming down this hallway.
I would like
let's
to
see.
stealthily go around.
That's a 15-foot jump.
That's
I would
pretty.
say if you wanted to
I
do
feel like
this,
he's jumped that far.
Yeah, totally.
okay,
That's
cool.
not
Give
any
me-
bigger
give me-
than where the plasma was that we fought.
Okay, give me a
True.
difficulty of 3 then, as you athletics yourself. Kickflip that fucking horse. Who am I to talk?
Kickflip that self.
Kick flipped.
Eh.
All right, so you jump in a meticulous fashion. As your heels kind of touch the other edge, you kind of pretend like you're falling backwards. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're like, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know if you're going to do that. You know, that's what I kind of figure a horse would do, that kind of thing. But that's up to you if you want to go with that. Okay,
Like
so
the
you land
goofy
here.
windmilling the arms kind of thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you're-
I'm totally into it. But then immediately into military stance.
Yep. All right, so you can see that this room has some collapsed rubble on the right side. You can see that there is kind of a operational screen for the base that is also right in front of you. It looks like it is down, but it has not been exploded yet, but you can see that there are some computer systems in there that still seem to be running, and then this white thing is kind of like a main screen that kind of, from your angle and your knowledge, looks like it's kind of just a, base kind of maintenance information system that kind of gives like information of what's down, what's going on, and you can see that it's just kind of blinking red, and there's just not a lot of communication coming in from anything,
Okay.
as it looks like there's just faults in all sorts of places in this area.
I'm gonna give a bunch of military-esque hand signals where some kind of make sense, but most don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna just casually but quietly make my way around the outside of this pool and then down to over here to take a peek around that way.
All right.
Yeah.
As you arrive there, you can see that this hallway has been completely covered in rubble as well. Looks like this kind of, from what Gesso relays, what Horse relays looks like, whatever this was just got completely melted and destroyed.
That's a
Nothing
xenomorph nest.
Yeah, no, it's not.
This is a picture of dirt from outside.
I know a xenomorph nest when I see it.
Nice.
It's
After-
rubble and melted stuff. How about that?
Okay. Like xenomorph blood? Mm.
Can I do any kind of can I do a perception check to maybe make out what this used to have been?
Sure.
Because
Yeah,
like
give me a difficult-
clearly this was the real target, right?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like this is one of it because you can see that there was explosions in different areas. But yeah, it looks
Sure.
like this was one of the areas that was definitely targeted for sure.
What complexity would you like?
Give me a difficulty of 4 because this is some weird
Oof.
stuff. Some weird stuff.
All right.
I believe.
Let's see it.
Woo!
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so you can tell that this was some sort of computer terminal area with information. May have been their communications area. You're not 100% sure, but as you start looking, you could see a lot of shattered screens, a lot of computer components. This was a bank or maybe some sort of server system, but it is just destroyed beyond any type of other recognition than just what the components are.
Very strange that someone would be funneling clean water and some huge amount of information of some sort out of the derelict warehouse district.
Yes. And also you can see that, like I said, this screen has kind of like base operations on, and it still seems to be active. And there's some systems here that it looks like kind of.
Do some
connect to.
computing. Computer check.
Prisoner could just walk across the water, right?
Yeah, you just
No, I was going to say, prisoner saw this very complicated flip that Horse did, and kind of just gently jumps across to this area here, with a little bit of, like an eye roll, and was like, "Okay, buddy." Like, and then can I just move up? Is there anything over on my left over here? Like
Yeah,
in this
that's
area?
just those are like components to run the water recycling system. They seem to be looks like power to them has been disrupted. So it looks like
Well,
these.
I hit a bunch of buttons anyway.
Okay, cool.
You just do like the little kid thing where you drag all
Yeah.
your hands over the elevator.
Yeah, there's a couple of switches, and I flip them like 6 times each.
Nice. So then the drain closes up, and then all of a sudden the room starts filling up with water. And then somebody
Oh,
says,
Jesus
"Did
Christ."
you hear that?" And then,
A little
That was
eyeball
so-
robot pops up.
yep,
Oh.
the eyeball pops up, and then
no.
you get dragged under.
Oh, fuck.
No, wait, no, shit, that was Star Wars. Never mind. No, nothing happens. This mechanism is completely broken, and it's like a little kid playing with those toys, you know, like they're
A
like
fidget spinner.
fidget spinning, yeah.
When I get no reaction from them, I give them one like kind of like good kick and then walk away.
All right.
I just imagine you
Yeah, it looks
furiously pressing 4 buttons with all 4 hands, like, at the same time.
Cool. All right.
A bunch of baby
let's move,
ducks.
guys.
Send them to the moon.
Let's get us moving. We've got a little bit of time to go. And
All right.
Yeah,
Let's check
we're
out this
coming up
computer
on it.
screen.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
cool.
do it.
Uh,
Check it out from the
Horst,
other side, 'cause I assume
roll-
it's see-through.
Okay, one at a time. Horst, roll a perception check. Difficulty of 3, please.
No, that's no good. Or is it?
Nice.
Okay. Cool. As you are about to take a step into the hallway, you notice something very interesting.
Ooh. Is it a
You
xenomorph layer?
It is a xenomorph. No. You see a laser beam that is stretching across the door that seems to
Oh,
have been covered. Give me an athletics check difficulty of 2, please.
Okay, so don't put my hand in it.
don't do it.
No, you stepped in it, so you noticed it. Let's
Complexity of
see if
2?
you- complexity of 3 because you saw it, so it's now complexity of 2. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
3
Well, you
works.
know I'm flip. If it's an athletics roll, I'm doing a flip. Forward
Yeah,
and front
so-
flip, full gainer.
Cool. So as you take a couple of steps forward, you see at the last minute there's this laser tripwire system that's been set into place. You kind of do a little somersault over it, or a flip over it, and
Full gainer.
yep, you completely bypass the tripwire.
Excellent. Hey! Watch out for that
Nicely
wire.
done. Yes.
You
Indeed.
all will also need to do an athletics check to get over it if you want to step. Actually, you know what? Now that you kind of see it, is there? You guys can probably step over it. It's probably pretty visible now that you actually know where it is. It's not a
Low enough to step over.
Yep, it's low enough to step over, but it was hidden enough where if you wouldn't have noticed
Gotcha.
it would have definitely got to. As you go into the system, the screen shows a bunch of red fault lights. It looks like main server down is kind of blinking. It looks like comms are down, water systems are down, but you see a little kind of folder and a little setting that you can't access directly. It will require a little bit of handiwork to get through.
I would like to access it
Like
directly.
computers check.
We're in
You know,
engineering.
I would say this is. I would let either of those slide because you can kind of access the schematics, or you can hack into the computer system.
Horst,
Is
you're
it
the
closed?
highest.
Is this a closed room? I'm sorry. Is there anything on the
No,
left?
it's
right
not.
here?
Sorry.
to interrupt you, Paul.
No, it's all good. No, this is a hallway that moves
Oh,
down.
schnage.
You can't see a lot else. You look like what you can see is kind of what looks like vines, best described, I guess, that are kind of clinging to the ground. But
Wow.
it kind of, you can see there's like singed edges on it. You can't see much else through that room right now.
Horst doesn't say you're the best you're best hacker, right? You're a 12 out of that, right?
I like to think I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Get it, bud.
Give me a difficulty of 3, please,
On a computers?
on the computers.
Computered!
Okay, so you discover that this system, as you start doing a little hacking and cutting into the system, you learn that there is actually a backup server in the back. The status of it is currently unknown. But as you continue kind of looking through the system, you can see that there is a video file that was supposed to go out on comms.
Hey guys, there's a backup server I can find, but it's kind of out. But it looks like there's video system. Let's play the video on Winamp.
Play it up.
Wait,
Really
I'm gonna open up
whips the
Winamp.
llama's ass.
Crashes.
Winamp crashes. Once you restart the computer, get it back up. It says 10 updates are needed.
Who put the iOS on this
um,
motherfucking thing?
Windows 9 boots up. And okay, so on the screen, you see a digital kind of figure that's kind of like an anonymous kind of figure. It's a face that looks like it's blended. You can't really tell what the race is. It looks like it's been digitally covered. And this attack was from the Sentinel Brotherhood. We will no longer accept people coming in here and stealing our resources, taking our jobs, and making our lives more difficult. This has to stop. This was the first strike. If we do not stop all activity of refugees coming to this planet and others, we will continue our strike.
I was wondering when the fucking space Nazis were going to show up.
Rude. Nazi, rude ass Nazi.
What did you?
motherfuckers.
What did they? Can you spell what this guy just called his stupid little club?
Yep, Sentil, Sentli, or Sentil, Brotherhood.
Okay.
I could type.
All right.
We should maybe make this water not accessible to the public.
Why?
It's not accessible to the public.
Oh, because
It's-
the
it's
stealing
just-
our resources thing.
It's just used for this base.
Okay.
The water system is just as a recycler for this.
It's like this.
particular-
Horst, did you already pee in this water?
I was thinking about doing that.
Wow. I think maybe
I
if
peed a
this-
little bit when
if
I
this
flipped.
place was attacked, it seems like maybe the water was made for or was being cleaned for use by refugees. Maybe. I think maybe we should find out who was actually operating out of this facility.
That's why it might be poisoned. Yeah. I agree.
You can see that this facility from which you hacked in has definitely been run by the Sentil Brotherhood. There's
Oh.
nothing that would lead you to believe that there's anything else from what you've seen. That looks like the information you gather from the computers that the Sentinel Brotherhood had taken up residence in here and was using it as their home base. You can't get much
So they
more
blew up
information.
their own base, or they did this to cover their tracks, I guess. But these people are obviously fools. Who blows up their own base? And then is like, oh, look, we did a terrorist attack.
The other thing that you find strange is that there was this video was set to go out, and the explosion knocked
but it
out the
never.
comm systems, and this never actually went out. Yeah.
Can I tell where it
kinda
was
cute, yeah.
recorded or like submitted from?
Yeah, I mean, this looks like it came from here. You have no other reason to believe that this wasn't something that this is the origin point. It looks like it's been queued up to be sent out from here, and you have no reason to believe that it wasn't made at this facility. Like it
I
looks
think
like
there's some secrets here.
the origin of this video was made. The IP address of this video is from here.
Gotcha.
Huh.
They should have fucking used Noro. Or Nord. Nord, sorry.
Very interesting. So I wonder if that means that.
Oh, also you.
Do you think this damage? Do you think the? Gotta figure out what caused those secondary explosions, because it couldn't have been the rocket. Yes. Rocket was long gone by the time we got over here. It couldn't have been like maybe like a fire caught when it was launched, and then these idiots blew themselves up or something.
I think
From
it was
what you
simultaneous explosions, because it couldn't have been a rocket being fired from in here. I think it was all coordinated to happen, like, at least near the same time.
It just seems very strange to me that they would intentionally blow up their own base. I think another part is in play here that we do not maybe fully understand. I think we should do some more. Maybe we head back to headquarters and collect the good doctor and do some research into maybe this warehouse district and this Sentinel Brotherhood. Fucking space Nazis! God damn it! I hate these guys.
We'll get them.
The backup server room is located. You can see that there is continuing hallways that go into this area up here. Yep. So you can see that there's more to this base. It looks like the backup servers, the status of them are unknown.
Do we have time to do that? I know we're.
That's gonna be a hard no for here.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Thank you though.
Didn't want to. Yeah, didn't want to step on any toes, but I think next time is when we will examine the server room, and maybe by then the good doctor will have made accommodations for travel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And
cool.
escaped from the
Everybody-
lockdown. This is one of my favorite sessions.
Everybody give me a perception check, please. Real
Ooh,
quick.
alright.
I want to see
Oh
something.
shit, we're ending
difficult-
on a cliffhanger.
Difficulty.
2.
On a mild cliffhanger.
That's a pass.
Oh, I'm gonna miss that one.
EPF.
Okay, horse misses, prisoner got it. So prisoner, you look down the hallway, and besides those kind of plant material matters that you see, you also see a dead body in this other
Ooh.
hallway. It looks like a militant soldier, and it looks like he is wearing the same symbol that the video broadcast had. And you are pretty sure that this was a member of the Sentinel Brotherhood, and it looks like he's been shot. You can see laser burns all over him, and that's where we will leave it. Pretty close. I mean, we're literally almost done with this one shot. I really appreciate you guys coming to hang out. Jessa, you want to do shout outs?
Yeah.
I'll absolutely do shout-outs in horse voice. Special shout-out to our broadcaster. How to kickflip a horse, you might have heard of him. Our moderators, Aurora Vana. Looks like I signed off on my phone account. Barrett May, thank you for participating. Your numbers and your name are hilarious, and you laughed a lot in our stream, and we like it. Brian Keith, thank you for... Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Brian Keith, thank you for being here. Another shout out if somebody could plug his channel in the chat. Brian does our amazing artwork and streams his stream every weekday at, I believe, 10 a.m. and weekends at, somebody help me out here, 6?
10 to noon.
10 to noon.
10 to noon, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday night, I believe, at 6.
Yes, you can find him at twitch.tv/Brian Keith. Thank you, Commander Root, as always, and Rasp for coming in. Ildalara, Jarbasaur, who makes our awesome music. You can find him on SoundCloud at UQ Project, I believe, Untitled Quarantine Project. Plastic Buddha, always a pleasure. We will have some... we will soon have a Patreon up that I believe has some dice bags made by the Plastic Buddha 88, correct?
Mm-hmm. That's right. You can find her at Instagram at... Oh my gosh, why do I forget it?
Willing Housewife.
Unwilling Housewife, that's right.
Great name.
Check out her Instagram. She does a lot of craft stuff, and she's going to be putting videos up of the dice bags being made, etc., etc.
Excellent. A special shout out to Princess Celine. You were here from the very beginning. And another special shout out to Violence TV. And I guess we can mention Stream Elements and Twitch Details because they help us.
Yes, indeed. I don't know who Twitch Details is, but Streamer Elements is our bot for sure. This is Arius. I've been your DM, and it's been a pleasure. You guys want to say something before we go? Everyone want to give a little shout out?
Something before we go. Bye, everybody.
Something before we go. Thanks for
y'all
hanging out with us.
We're going
Thank
to
y'all
beat
for-
that joke till we kickflip the dead horse.
That's right. Come check us out on Tuesday where we do some video game streaming. Right now we're streaming Zelda.
Zelda 2.
Zelda 2 we've started on, so 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are running through as many Zeldas as we can handle.
Yeah.
We
Also
finally
the
figured out how to
We
beat
got-
the first
We got
squishies
trivia.
encountered.
We got history. We got shit talking.
If you tell
We've
Ivan to
got
do a
me
shot, he'll
rewinding.
probably do it.
We've got me
I
rewinding over and over
am
again.
totally willing to drink on command on Tuesdays. Yes.
I've purposely, I've said that multiple times in my streams when I post on social media. If you tell Ivan to do a shot, he'll do it. And I'm really sad that nobody's done it yet.
Well, you'll have to wait until Tuesday for it this time.
The first Saturday of every month.
Yeah,
we're
first
doing-
Saturday. That's coming up pretty soon, huh?
Oh,
Well, not
shit,
super
we
soon,
do.
but
From the
Oh, wait,
horse's
there's-
mouth.
there's a lot less days in February than usual, huh? So
Yeah.
yeah, that is coming up soon.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll have
2 Saturdays from now.
We'll have a behind. Is it okay if I talk about it? Do you want to talk about it, Ari?
No, you
Hey, go for it.
Go for it, Jessica.
Yeah.
Talk
So
to us.
every what are we doing? First Saturday of every month, right?
Mhm.
The first Saturday of every month, usually
11.
sometime at 11, usually sometime around exactly 11 a.m., we will be just kind of chatting and having a little bit of behind the scenes chat where we look a little deeper into our characters. We might be giving you guys some sneak previews as we begin our setup of our next gaming series, which we've mentioned a few times. It's going to be a fun little game called Paranoia.
Correct. Yeah, we go behind the scenes. We do a little bit of lore investigation and kind of get into some of the elements that we might not have time to get into in the games, and some of the things that you might have missed from earlier games as well. So, with that, this is Arius. This has been How to Kickflip a Horse, and stay classy, San Diego.